Joey here at Mill Creek Fab Shop. Got to show you some stuff. So since I got a stent put in back on June 29th after having a heart attack on June 26th, I'm not allowed to do the things I used to do, or at least not all of them, not yet. So I've been digging out my hobby stuff. This 55 Ford F100, 67 Mustang Fastback, 69 Camaro SS396. This one here is a car that I started building before I got out of the modeling stuff for a tribute build for a good friend, Hobby Barn, Terry Thacker, who passed away. I'm going to finish that one up. The 67 Mustang is going light blue and is a tribute, or a gift rather, to my brother Lee, and it'll be a replica of the real 1-to-1 67 Fastback Mustang that he has. And then this one is going to be the same color as the 67 Mustang, light blue, and it's going to be a replica of a truck that I grew up with as a kid, always being around it. But I have found I still got some cool Holy Grail stuff. Check this out. That's a Dirty Donnie's Super Bee 1970 Pro Street. It's unassembled. The box is open, but all the stuff inside is still wrapped and sealed in the plastic bags from the warehouse factory. So that's really cool. But I dug my old paint booth out. It has definitely seen better days. Getting kicked around out there around all that other stuff. A couple things got broke. Lights don't work. Fan works, but I went ahead and set it up on a little, I don't know what you call it. It's just two pieces of board cut down to size and screwed to the windowsill. And then I set it on there and ran my hose out. But I got a box of stuff here we're going to go through. But check this out. This was given to me a while back from Big Charlie's Model Garage. And it's a rotisserie that computer guys would use when they're repairing motherboards. But it's perfect for mounting the body of your plastic model on for doing detail work like tin metal foil or decals, whatnot. Really cool. So thank you again for that, Big Charlie. Glad I held on to it. But I got a box of stuff here. We're gonna look through it, so bear with me a minute. I'm gonna set this iPad up. Alrighty, so I turned that noisy paint booth off. Got my lapel mic out, and first kit I'm gonna show you is the 59 Chevy Impala hardtop. I bought this kit. My very first car is a 1959 Chevy Impala, 1-to-1 car. Anyway, I started out building this to be something that I'd want the car to look like the real one after being restored. But I decided I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to paint it up and build it exactly the way it was when I first got the car, which was the beautiful red with the white top and the red and silver, red interior with silver accent. That's what I'm gonna build this at. But look at this color that I put on it back when I first started building it. Get the box open. One thing I've noticed about model car boxes, they do not like to cooperate and open. All right, so here it is in the color that I painted it in back when I first started this kit, which is a gorgeous color. I used a gold base, and really all this is fingernail polish, which is called I'm Not Really a Waitress. You can buy it at Walmart. And I reduced it down 50-50 and sprayed it on here, and it turned out gorgeous. But my primer that I put down was gold. That's all it was. It was just gold paint. And I went over that, and you can look, probably almost see the gold in there. Then the wheels are a 3D printed, can't find the insert, there they are. These I 3D printed back when I had my 3D printer, and that's the insert for the rim, which is here, which that makes it nice. You can paint this to match the paint on the car, and then paint this rim part gold. And I look forward to showing you guys how I would paint up these tires to make them look realistic. I came up with a method that works, and I'm going to keep using it because it works. I can't wait to show it to you later on. But I'll eventually get to this build. Right now I'm just showing you what I still have here. Earlier this year, Big Charlie's Model Garage came by. I told him, I said, man, I got a whole lot of stuff I'm going to give to you that I don't want it to get ruined out in my storage. And it was mostly, a lot of it was gifts from some of you that when I was into modeling, you sent me things, nice stuff. And but I gave it to Charlie because I know it's going to go to a good use. Anyway, this is the stuff that I kept. So this is the 91 Ford F350 dually pickup, which I don't believe is in production anymore, at least not this one with these decals. Now this truck, when it's finished, whenever I get to it, it's going to be lowered. It's going to have Pro Street wheels in the rear. It's going to have a truck bed cover. It's going to be customized. I done one before years and years ago. And I want to do another one. And it was with this one, only the one I had then was identical to this, but on the box cover, the truck is red. I'm not going to open this because the plastic is still on the box. It's unopened, basically. Yep, pretty cool. And then this one, the last one I kept, was a gift from Big Charlie's Model Garage. It's the Peterbilt Model 359 conventional tractor, and it's not been started. Still not started. And again, these boxes, once they don't want to open. There's just something about these boxes. They're a pain in the neck to get open. Here we go. So yeah, this kit, it's still all in the plastic. It's unopened and it's ready to go. But there's a lot of cool aftermarket stuff you can buy for these semi trucks that can really trick them out, make them look stretched in the back. And I mean, it's just cool stuff. This here is a one-piece cab with the sleeper. I love that. Got all your chrome pieces. Like all this chrome stuff you can buy aftermarket that is a lot nicer detailed. Even the front bumper is a lot nicer detailed along with the fuel tanks. I don't know if I'll buy all that for this, but if I do, I know it's going to look good. There's your grill and your wheels. So yeah, it's a really nice detailed kit. It's definitely not your novice type kit. So get all this back in here now and get the lid put back on. Yeah. Okay. These kits here, these three kits I showed you, are going to be actually going back on the shelf for now, because I'm not ready to do anything with those. Oh, there's a stink bug. Been wanting to save that one. Glad he's in the box. So this kit I got started back when the tribute build started for Hobby Barn, Terry Thacker. And I'll show you how far I got. So the chassis, I was weathering the chassis, and this part's done. Yeah, I used a lot of chalks and just different things to weather the underneath of this car. And then his 69 1-to-1 Camaro has a vinyl top. Well, you can't do a vinyl top without the strips up here, and then you got to have pieces that go around here that divides the black vinyl from the red paint. This car was red. Anyway, the decals accidentally got sent to Big Charlie. That was made up by STS Decals, but this is the decals that come with the kit. And apparently they got some glue on them up at that corner where the hockey stick is, so I don't know if I can use that or not. What else have I done to this car? Oh yeah, the engine, which is a 396. Those yellow things are actually spark plug wires that will be routed around to the spark plug. You can do so much detail to model kits. It's unreal how realistic you can make them look. Yeah, I did a lot on this car already, so this one's definitely going to the front of the pack as far as ones that I'm going to get started back into building with. Let's see, this is the interior door cards. They've been painted, but they haven't been detailed, like the door handles. I'll paint those chrome. There's other things on this door panel that needs chrome. But yeah, it's a really cool kit. This is the hood, which is an aftermarket hood. Got the big scoop on it that I'll be using on this kit. Let's see if I can set it on there. Yeah, there's the hood. This is the hood that came with the kit. It's got the SS louvers on the hood. Let's see. Have not painted the firewall yet, which is here. Seats are painted. Oops. I'll make realistic looking seat belts to go on that using ribbon. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you my stuff and let you know that the one-arm bandit is back. Yes, that's right. Some of you are new to getting to know me, and yes, I build models with one arm, and that's Mr. Stubby that you just got to meet right there. But yeah, all right guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy, and we'll talk at you later. See ya.